All right. What is going on, my friends? Sorry about that. I was actually doing a live video just a few moments ago, but then I had to shut down because I was interrupted. So I had to make sure I take care of that first before I continue doing my videos. Anyway, so John here with SoCal Outdoor Adventure. It's great to be back with you. Obviously, if you guys were looking at the intro, this is going to be the last live video of 2020. I've got one more video that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube channel. It's going to be another gear review, and that's going to be the last video of 2020 because Christmas is not that far away now, and I'm going to take this time to spend as much time as I can with family and friends, even though the pandemic is going on. Ugh. But I'm still going to try to do the best to spend as much time with them as I can. As many of my fellow YouTubers have said, this year has become a year from hell with this whole pandemic and with the election and all that stuff. But I'm still trying to do everything I can to stay positive, to enjoy myself, to get outside, to do some videos, and to get some work in. So today, what I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about, recently, a while back, I'm not sure exactly which video it was, but I did a live video talking about my favorite partial tang knives. And today, I want to go ahead and continue that trend, but today I want to talk about my full tang knives from the knives that I no longer use anymore, which basically is my least favorite knives, to the best of the best that I've been using ever since I've had the knife. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, if any of you guys are watching, leave a comment and just let me know, how are you guys doing? Is everybody okay? Is your family safe and sound? Obviously, if you guys haven't been following the news at all, California's been getting hit with a bunch of wind. It's been kind of screwing up my sinuses. So if I sound a little funny, that's the reason why. But we've had wind for like the last 2 days that's been blowing very hard. There's been two fires here in Santa Paula, and then where I work, actually, the power is currently out. It's been out since yesterday afternoon, since 11 o'clock. So I've been home since about 9 o'clock today. So I've just been here watching TV, watching videos on YouTube, watching a couple of movies here and there, playing some video games, just relaxing, taking it easy, and just being a little bit on the lazy side. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, right? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about my knives, starting with my least favorite. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the SCH, the Charade Comp number five. And the Charade Comp number five, it was a very inexpensive little knife kit, and it came with a sheath system, a pouch, and it also came with a secondary pocket knife. Now, the one thing that I will give credit to Charade with this particular sheath that came with the knife is that the sheath system was reversible. So whether you're a lefty or a righty, you can still use this knife with this sheath without any problems whatsoever, whether you're a lefty or a righty. And I thought that was pretty cool. So is ambidextrous. The only reason why I got rid of the knife, even though it had a very nice blade, it was a full tang knife, nice 90-degree spine. The reason why I got rid of that particular knife is because of my fit on my hands. I have big hands, and they left me a couple of hot spots right here along my pinky and within my thumb when I was trying to baton wood, and that was kind of a pain in the butt. And I didn't want a knife that was going to give me that kind of problems whatsoever, so I decided to go ahead and chuck it. But instead of getting rid of it or throwing it away, I actually gave it to a friend of my neighbor who used to live next door to me, and she has that knife and she loves that knife, so I'm really glad I gave it to her. The next knife that I still carry, that I don't carry anymore, but I have it in another kit, is going to be the Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro Knife. And the Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro Knife is the upper grade version of the Bear Grylls Ultimate Knife. Now, the difference with these two knives is that the Ultimate knife was partial tang knife and it was serrated. The full tang version that I have is a full tang knife with no serration, so it's a full fine inch blade. Comes with all the basic accessories, including a ferro rod, sharpener, whistle, blah 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 blah. And it was a very good knife. It was a very good pricely knife for the price. I mean, it made up for the fact that I broke the other one on accident, and that was really stupid of me. And I used that knife for a good year or so before I decided to get me a different knife. And that knife was a very good knife to have, and it was a very decent knife to carry with me. So the next knife I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys about is going to be the Schrade SCH F23. And if I don't talk about the knife steel, I am sorry, but I am not really an expert when it comes to certain knife steels. I know some knife steels when it comes to the knives that I own, but not all of them. So I do apologize for that right away. And again, the Schrade SCH F23, it was also a good knife, but again, the sheath system was not ambidextrous. So I couldn't carry that knife on the left side of my hip, but I'm right-handed, so I carry the knife on my right side all the time. I bought a custom Kydex sheath from another Kydex maker whose name unfortunately I don't remember, but I still have the knife. I still use it. The only thing, yeah, another thing too with that particular knife is that it has a bit of a recurve on the blade. So the recurve can be a bit of a pain when it comes to sharpening, but when it comes to cutting, when it comes to feather sticking, when it comes to batoning, I mean, that knife is a beast, like the Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro knife. And I still carry that knife with me as well. That knife is actually in another backpack that I have for my fishing kit, for my fishing slash day hiking kit, in which I'll do a new video on that one later on down the line. So I definitely look forward to doing that video. Let's see. The next knife I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys about is going to be the knife that actually got me more started into doing a lot of these reviews, but it also got me more into being outside and just not sitting around at home, moping around on the couch all day. And that is this particular knife right here, the OKC Bushcrafter. And as you can see, the blade does have some wear on it, so it is kind of going downhill, but I'm going to do my very best to kind of keep my knife nice and sharp and clean and ready for use. This is a full tang knife, fits my hand very nicely well. It's got a little bit of play left for me to kind of move my hand around. Works really great with gloves. Nice 90-degree spines for wheel strike. A ferro rod. The sheath that the knife comes with, the sheath that comes with this knife, not this sheath right here. The sheath that actually comes with this knife is another nylon sheath. However, the nice thing about that nylon sheath is like the Schrade Comp number 5. The nylon sheath that comes with the OKC Bushcrafter is ambidextrous, so you can use it either for lefty or righty, and that was pretty cool. And then the sheath itself that I have done for this knife is a custom-made sheath. This is from Yellow Hog Custom Kydex, and as you can see, the work that Doug Wilson does on this sheath is beautiful. And I still carry this knife. This is my camping knife, so I take this knife with me when I go on camping trips with family. Sometimes I'll take this if I go on a camping trip with friends, but I have another knife that I will take with me as well every now and then. So the Schrade SCH, not Schrade, oh my God, the OKC Bushcrafter. Sorry about that. Oh, that's embarrassing. All right, the next knife I'm going to go ahead and talk about. I don't have it with me right now. It's actually in the back of my truck, and that is my car vehicle knife. In case I'm in a situation where I have to stay outside, need to make a fire. I have a knife back there, and that is my Becker BK16 knife. And the Becker BK16 is a phenomenal knife. The sheath system is ambidextrous. I carry a ferro rod in that knife. There is no 90-degree spine, but the little notch that's in the knife blade does allow me to strike a ferro rod. It doesn't give off a large variety of sparks when I strike the ferro rod, but it does do the job to at least help me get a decent fire going to help me stay warm, especially if it's cold. You'll forgive my voice because with all the winds we've had going on down here, I've been sneezing like crazy, and they come and go every now and then. But I sneeze like maybe 3 or 4 times. Oh, there goes my doggy. I also got a new dog back in October. His name is Chapo, and he is a purebred German Shepherd. Very beautiful dog. You guys will probably meet him next year when I do more videos and when I take him with me. All right, the next knife we're going to go ahead and talk about, besides the Becker BK16, is going to be a knife that, surprisingly enough, actually surprised me. I've used this knife a couple of times when I go hiking, and that is the Buck knives. I forgot the name of this blade. But this is by Buck. This is their full tang knife, and this is the first full tang knife I've ever had from Buck. Very nice blade. Fits very well in the hand. It does not have a 90-degree spine, but as you can see, it does have a little notch. It won't fit my finger, but you can actually put the ferro rod. I'm not going to strike it because I'm in the house, obviously. But you can actually put it at your angle and then strike it, and it'll actually give you some good sparks. Oh, there you go. See? Just like that. I'm not going to try. I don't want to try to burn my house down. But this is actually a very nice knife from Buck. I don't remember the name of the blade, the name of the knife, unfortunately. But this knife is definitely a good camp knife. I still carry this knife with me when I go when I go hiking, sometimes when I go camping. But this is mostly used as a hiking knife. All right. The next knife that is going to be a knife that I actually recently purchased this year, and it was actually, or was it last year? I think it was last year is when I got this knife. I could be wrong, but that is the Condor Pterosaur. The Condor Pterosaur, it's my first ever product from Condor themselves, and I have to say that I am very impressed with Condor. Condor knives are phenomenal. I mean, it was a great price. You definitely cannot argue with that whatsoever. And I absolutely love the knife. I carry it in my small mid-size my day hiking kit, which I'll do a video on that one later on down the line, talking about my mid-size day hiking, small size day hiking kit. So it's a very great knife to have. And the Condor Pterosaur is phenomenal. It's a great knife. It's a great knife to have. Creative Redundancy, it's great to see you. Hope you are well as well, buddy. And when it comes to Condor knives, I mean, there's no argument that Condor makes some really good products. I mean, has come a long way. I mean, a lot of people did talk a lot of crap about the Condor knife before, but if you use these knives now, I mean, these Condor knives are phenomenal. They have a very nice 90-degree spine. The knife handle fits perfectly in my hand when I use it, when I carve with it, or when I baton, or when I cut wood down for shavings, and when I create feather sticks, help me get a fire going. I mean, and plus, too, the sheath is ambidextrous. I mean, you can carry it lefty or righty, which is phenomenal, and I absolutely love that knife. So that will be my next knife. Okay, so the next knife that I have in question that I've been packing now for quite a while, and surprisingly enough, it actually surprised me. I took this knife out for a test ride a couple of months ago to Tehachapi County Park to see just how it does. And that knife happens to be the Camillus Full Tang Field Knife. And if you haven't seen that review, definitely check it out. And I have to say, I have my doubts ever since I broke the front tip of the blade of the other Camillus knife that I had before. But this knife, though, this knife right here is a beast. Very easy to sharpen. I've only had to sharpen it maybe once so far since I've had it. I've used it here around the house when I'm outside. I'm trying to get a fire going. I use this to make feather sticks, to practice my techniques. A very sharp 90-degree spine to strike a ferro rod, and it's full tang. I mean, you can't really argue of having a very awesome full tang knife. And one other thing I will mention with this knife, inexpensive. I'm talking not 50, not 60, not even $100. Down, down, down. The price for this particular knife right here was at Walmart for only $10. $10. And I thought, wow, I have to buy this because I want to try it out to see if this will redeem my likeness of the Camillus line. And the only thing I don't like about it is the sheath. But if you're looking for an inexpensive knife to take with you, especially if you're a thru hiker, this is actually a good knife to have as a thru hiker. So this can work for you. Creative Redundancy just replied, create feather sticks are fun to make and practice knife control and such. That is very true. You're right about that, Creative. I mean, definitely if you have a good knife and if you want looking to practice, Practicing feather sticks really helps you maintain your control. And one thing I will say is that if you are someone that uses one hand redundantly more than you use the other one, it is never a bad idea to learn how to use a knife with your other hand. So if you're right-handed, it's always a good idea. Many call me CR just like the icon. Okay, I'll remember that, buddy. No worries. So if your dominant hand is your right hand, it is a good idea to learn also how to use a knife with your left hand because God forbid something were to happen with your left hand or your right hand, with your left hand or your right hand. Sorry, I got my hands mixed up. But it's still a good idea to learn how to use a knife with both hands, so that way, if one hand goes bye bye, you have an extra hand to help you out. So it's always a good idea. But again, the Camillus Titanium Fill Knife, great knife to have, inexpensive, and I carry this with me on my hike when I go on a overnight hiking adventure. So this is a good knife to have, and it's inexpensive. So if I lose it, no big deal. No big deal. And I always carry an extra pocket knife anyway in my pocket, just in case I need it. All right. So let's see. Now we come to which one was the best of the best for me for 2020. And I had to decide really hard about this. If this was truly the best knife in comparison to a lot of the other knives that I have. And truth be told, I would carry this with me anywhere. Whether I'm camping, if I go on a bushcraft adventure, if I'm going even on a hike, on a regular day hike, or even if I'm going on a through hike. This is a knife, even though it's expensive, I would carry on my person, and that is the Garberg by More Knives. And this knife is also a beast. I mean, I absolutely love carrying this knife. I love using this knife. This has a very nice 90-degree spine, which I can strike a ferro rod. And it comes with a hard plastic sheath, and that's ambidextrous, so you can carry it lefty or righty. And this is another custom sheet that I had that was done by Doug Wilson from Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex. I actually got this sheet off of his eBay account, and I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Doug, if you're watching this video, man, you make some phenomenal work. You should be really, really proud. I absolutely love your work, man. And also, too, for your service in the U.S. military, my humble thanks to you, my friend. My humble thanks to you. Yeah, this is a Sweet Sheath CR. Very simple, very easy to handle. Um, Nylon webbing for the belt loop, tech lock, and then I've also got a ferro rod holder for my ferro rod. Simple and easy, and not too fancy schmancy. But again, the Mora Garberg is a full tang knife, 90-degree spine, very nice pommel on the end. You got a hold in case you want to put like a paracord loop around it. But I absolutely love this knife. This knife is phenomenal. So that's all of my knives that I've had for 2020, and these are some of the best knives that I carry with me. Uh-oh, sounds like Chapo ran out of water. Like I said, though, you guys will meet him in another video later on down the line. In my next for my video, in my one of my videos I'll post. So let's see what else we talk about. There's going to be one last video that will be posted, and that's going to talk about my new another fishing kit that I created using a backpack from Rowing Fire Gear. And I was skeptical about the backpack. I've heard about the backpack for quite a long time. I pulled the trigger on the backpack earlier this summer because it was on sale for 4th of July. And I filled it up with all my gear that I'm using for fishing. And I have to say, Um, I was actually pretty impressed with it. So definitely look forward to that review. That will be the last video of 2020, and then you'll be seeing more videos from me in 2021. So definitely look forward to that. And let's see, what else do we want to go ahead and talk about here today? Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing some more brand new gear reviews. I have a new tent that I purchased this year from One Tigress, and I also have another tent that I did a video on, but I haven't had a chance to review it yet because things have been so busy lately with work and with this whole pandemic. I haven't had a chance to really talk about the tent, and I also want to go through the setup process with that tent again with you guys as well. I've also got a couple of new flashlights that I definitely want to talk to you guys about. So look forward to those reviews. I know there are people out there that are skeptic when it comes to flashlight reviews, but honestly, though, flashlight reviews can be fun. You just got to make them fun for yourself and for other people around you. So that's why I'm looking forward to doing those flashlight reviews. And then also in 2021, I'm going to be doing some flashbacks of some of my old gear that I still carry with me. So I'll give you guys an update on some of the gear that I'm currently working with right now to let you know like how that is going and how everything is progressing with that particular gear in question. So definitely look forward to those reviews to come out. So let's see. Do I have anything that I can give you guys kind of like a preview on? Matter of fact, yes, actually. I don't think I've ever done a review on these. These are some brand new tent stakes that I bought. I actually have these tent stakes with another tent that I have, but these are the Archer stakes, and these stakes are awesome. So I'm going to give you guys a full on review of these particular tent stakes. Check out how these stakes are designed. Pretty cool, huh? So definitely look forward to the review on these particular tent stakes. Very hard to find on Amazon, but if you wait for the right time, you can buy them right there on Amazon. What else do I have that I can do? And I was going to talk about. Let's see. Oh, yes. I got a. I remember these are some brand new tent poles that I'm going to be testing out with a new tent that I purchased. You guys think you can guess what the tent is from One Tigress? Hmm. Come on. Let's see if you guys can take a guess. Which tent do you think it is from One Tigress? That's the only hint I'm going to give you. It's from One Tigress. Come on. I'll give you guys. Hmm, I'll give you a minute. Maybe. Come on, you all. What do you think it is? I've got another. I have another product too that I'm going to be talking about later on down the line. It's a new tripod system that I recently bought, and I've had a chance to use it, and it's a good little system. So look forward to review on that one. Excuse me. I'm also going to be doing a review on the Zebra Billy Cam pot. I finally bought me one of those. Excuse me. Thank you, CR. Yeah, these California winds we've had down here the last 2 days have really screwed up my sinuses. Man, I need a quick drink of water and get some of my knives off here. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, time's up. All right, looks like nobody had guessed the tent that I purchased from One Tigers, and that's fine. But that's going to be the One Tigers Boogaloo tent scent, the Boogaloo tent. So definitely look forward to that review for that particular tent to come up pretty soon. I'm still testing it out, working out some kinks, making sure I'm not missing anything, and then I'll give you guys my full-on review of the tent. And I also want to try out these tent poles with that tent to see if it works out really well. Because um, I can tie that tent to two trees as long as they're a good distance apart, or I can use trekking poles, which I have done. And the tent does work pretty good with trekking poles. So we'll definitely talk about that in the videos in the next video to come later on down the line in 2021. So, hmm, I do have a couple of this may not be bushcrafty, but at the same time, I mean, it's good to know that these products are out there, and plus, too, I've been using it for quite a while now. I'm going to be talking about a brand new coffee system that I have from Keurig. So that will definitely be a review to look forward to in 2021. I know not a lot of people are fond of those type of videos when it comes to like electronics. As a heads up, I'll be slipping out in about 5 minutes. No worries, CR. No worries. You're fine, buddy. But it's good. It's really good to see you, though, man. I'm glad you're all right, brother. I'm glad you're all right. So yeah, definitely look forward to the Keurig videos. But I think that's pretty much it as far as um, this video is concerned. But still, though, while I'm still here, though, how are you guys doing? Is everybody all right? Or do you have any questions for me about anything whatsoever? Just let me know in the comments. I'm still here for a little bit. I can't tell if that's Chapo or if that's my next door neighbor's dog, Shadow. I just got a. I don't know. I think I mentioned this, but I got a new dog from the animal shelter. His name is Chapo, and he's a 2-year-old German Shepherd. Very beautiful dog. Absolutely love this dog. He's very mellow, very sweet. He loves being around people. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, CR. CR posted, I need to get back into the bush, woods, and reconnect with the land, air, and water around me. I definitely agree with you on that one, man. I miss being out there. During the pandemic, I was able to do a couple of things. Like I was able to go on a camping trip at Tehachapi County Park. I even did some fishing. I even managed to get a couple of hikes in, go do some surfing down at the beach. So that was good. It was really nice to reconnect. I'm hoping 2021 will be a much better year to reconnect with the land, the sea, and the air. So that way I can enjoy it more. And plus, I can also take my daughter and my dog out there so they can so we can all enjoy it together. But yes, you are. I definitely agree with you on that one, bud. Amen to that, CR. Make good memories too is right, my man. I was gonna have a cold beer tonight with dinner, but I think with the way my sinuses are acting right now, it might be better for me to have a nice hot cup of tea instead. It's not a bad idea actually. I could go for a cup of tea right now, so I'll probably do that. All right, you guys. Well, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. So, but thank you for a lot of you who have joined me today watching my videos, and thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. I definitely look forward to doing more videos for you later on in the future. So, from my family to yours, take care, be safe, stay clear of COVID, and hope everybody is safe and sound. And also, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And I will see you guys in 2021. Take care, you all. Bye bye.